Missouri, and the verses I'll be using today are John 20:24 through 25, John 20:27, and Matthew 14:29 through 31. Today, I want to talk about doubt versus decision, because let's be honest, we all doubt things sometimes. The real question is, does doubt get to decide for us? Have y'all ever started something like a sport or a class and partway through thought, I don't know if I should keep doing this? You're not quitting, but that little voice of doubt is trying to make the decision for you. For me, that's softball. I really do love it, but every year I still catch myself thinking, should I keep going or am I good enough to keep up with everyone? When something matters to us, doubt shows up. The dictionary says doubt is basically an unsure feeling that makes you question things. People in the Bible felt it too, but God's word always points us back to trust instead of fear. Today, we're going to look at two of Jesus' disciples, Thomas and Peter, and see how doubt showed up in their lives. But we'll also see that doubt didn't get the final say. First, let's talk about Thomas. His story is in John chapter 20. Jesus appeared to his disciples after his resurrection, but Thomas wasn't there that night. The disciples were in a house with the doors locked, and then out of nowhere, Jesus appeared. He showed them the nail scars in his hands and his side, and they were so excited. Let's read John 20, verses 24 through 25. Now Thomas, one of the 12, was not with the disciples when Jesus came. So the other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." But he said to them, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my fingers where the nails were and put my hands into his side, I will not believe." Basically, Thomas is like, I'm not saying y'all are lying, but I need to see it for myself. And honestly, a lot of us would probably feel the same way. A week later, Jesus appeared to his disciples again. This time, Thomas was there. In John 20:27, Jesus said to Thomas, "Put your fingers here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." 3 things stood out to me in this story. Number 1, doubt doesn't mean you don't love God. Thomas loved Jesus. He followed him. Yes, he asked questions, but his doubt did not cancel out his faith. Number 2, trust is a decision, not a feeling. Thomas had to choose what to believe. And number 3, Jesus meets us where we are, but doesn't leave us there. Jesus didn't avoid Thomas because he doubted. He went to him, answered his questions, and called him to believe and move forward.
That's good.
Thomas wasn't the only disciple to experience doubt. Peter did too. Let me take you back. One day, while the disciples were on a boat in the middle of a storm, Jesus came to them walking on the water. Peter calls out to Jesus, "If that's really you, tell me to come." Jesus says, "Come." What does Peter do? He leaves the boat and begins to walk on the water to Jesus. It's a miracle. The waves beneath him and Jesus in front of him. But let's look at what happens next. Matthew 14:29 through 31 says, "Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind and the waves, he was afraid and began to sink. Cried out, 'Lord, save me!' Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. 'You of little faith,' he said, 'why did you doubt?'" Peter's doubt showed up in the middle of his faith. You can step out of the boat, headed towards Jesus, and still struggle. Many of us are either like Thomas or Peter. Some of us doubt because we have questions and we want things to make sense. Some of us doubt because the world around us is unstable, like the wind and the waves. Elizabeth Elliot once said, "Faith does not eliminate questions, but faith knows where to take them." Like Thomas, we're allowed to bring our questions to Jesus.
Yep.
Like Peter, when we fail, Jesus still calls us forward. Remember today, doubt doesn't get the final say. Jesus does.